to you.
At the beginning of the show, I asked you, do you know what the Green Rising program is about? I'm sure a number of you, if not each of you, said no. And I said, all right, so you'll find out today. Time to find out now. Thank you for being patient, as we are happy to be introduced to you the people behind the Green Rising program. Tamaisha Eytle-Harvey, she is the director of Future Barbados, and with her is Nadi Albino, who is the deputy director of partnerships with UNICEF. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Tamaisha, I'll talk to you first. Talk to me a little bit about the Green Rising project. What is it about?
So the Green Rising Initiative is a partnership between UNICEF and the government of Barbados to make climate action central to youth. I've seen the theme of this morning. There's a lot of climate talk, a lot of youth engagement. How do we amplify that work that's already being done across Barbados to make youth the center of the climate movement? This looks at three different ways. How do we boost climate entrepreneurship and ocean entrepreneurship? So what is the next generation of fisher folk? Future? Good, bless you.
Bless you too, thank you.
We're saying, you know, it's because I'm telling you great things. You're very inspired. Because the environment, yes, the environment, we're helping to get rid of the dust in the air. That's
Yes,
a good climate entrepreneurial action we can take. We also want climate advocacy, so it becomes all young people from this nation are climate advocates. And it's a story that is not just Ashley Lashley alone. It's not just one or two people trying to push this forward, but we're creating a whole of nation approach where all young people are empowered with the tools to be advocates around climate, but also education. How are we embedding climate education across the different works that's been happening here in Barbados?
I mean, you live what you believe. Your earrings, your outfit.
I came ready. I came themed. Totally. Thank you.
And so on Friday, you're launching the Green Rising program.
Yes.
And then from the launch, how are you now making this a lived reality for the young people of Barbados? What are the things that are actually going to be happening?
So we'll be launching a training program for climate entrepreneurs. These can be agropreneurs, oceanpreneurs, or people who just have ideas of the next climate solution. We'll have mini grants given to, because you can't just train people without giving them the tools to take things further. We'll be doing that. We'll be working in schools to boost volunteerism in the communities. So not just you're doing it just for the sake of doing it. How are we incentivizing young people to really get out there? How are we bringing people together? How are we connecting people who are doing different projects across the country in climate action, whether it's just a beach cleanup, whether it's a recycling program? How are we bridging all of those? And specifically, not just specific types of people who get involved in climate, but we want to work with communities. We want to work with the prison. We want to work with the youth future farmers who are already doing this work, the disabled community. So we're bridging together things that are already happening and providing financing and support to boost those programs.
If I'm not an activist in climate already, what's in it for me? Why should I take a chance on you to do this, to join this Green Rising program?
Well, climate is all of our businesses. You know, we had thunderstorms yesterday. We don't know what the wind is going to do to tomorrow. We don't know where our food is going to come from. It's the anniversary of burial is coming up. It's all of our business every day. And climate action and advocacy isn't just for UNICEF to do or specific people to do. We all have an individual role because literally it's our lives and livelihoods combined. We don't know where our food is coming from because the climate, we don't know what's happening next week with the imports could change, but we need to start growing our own food. Lots of people are doing that, but we need to boost that work and boost the resources to that work.
I like that you're starting with the youth, and UNICEF has a focus on young people as well. And so, Nadi, talk to me a little bit about how it became the no-brainer to partner with the Green Rising program.
Well, obviously we are very cognizant of the fact that young people are doing amazing stuff all the time. Young people are intentional, they're purposeful, they're looking at a world that they're going to inherit that might not exist. So already now they're taking leadership in taking that forward. So we sat in UNICEF and said, how can we offer opportunities to these young people? Just like Tamaisha is saying, you know, it's all about, first of all, you know, motivating them, incentivizing them, etc. And young people have continuously said, we have ideas, we have solutions, let's co-create, but bring us the resources and the tools and the investments that we need so that we can make that difference. So basically that is how Green Rising was born, in terms of how do we galvanize young people globally around this agenda. And we've seen that in Barbados, it's a living testimony among the young people. And as you have mentioned, Tamaisha is here in full regalia to represent that. And we realize that this is where we can actually beam to the rest of the world the tenacity and the optimism and the determination of young people in terms of dealing with the issues of climate.
The old adage, teach a man to fish.
Yes.
As opposed to feeding him just simply the fish.
Correct.
And so building from the grassroots up is something that UNICEF does in terms of creating the environment such that it is one that is fertile for future generations to come.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure that's part of your mission as well when you partner with this.
Yes, absolutely. So we're part of a platform called Generation Unlimited. Generation Unlimited is a public-private youth partnership. It's unique in that we have the youth as part of the partnership. So you normally hear about public-private partnerships. But here, as I said, youth anchor, youth center, youth lead, youth co-create. So out of this public-private youth partnership where we bring together heads of state, heads of government, captains of industry, young leaders like Ashley Lashley you had on earlier on, they come together and look at what the problems are and co-create, and then the leaders bring in those resources to help the young people to move forward. We're cognizant of the fact that talent is universal and opportunities is a big challenge. So really that's where we come together to kind of drive forward this agenda on climate. And also because the Prime Minister of this country has been on the global stage advocating for these issues, standing up for these issues, and has spoken very strongly right from COP26 up to now, every opportunity she gets. And that's why we say this is where we need to go. They're already cognizant, and the rest of the world can actually learn from it.
Tamaisha, forgive me.
No worries.
You're the director of Future